beats all you never saw. Been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Just a good old boy, wouldn't change if they could. Fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood.
Alrighty, good evening guys and welcome to the vlog. So with this vlog, some of my vlogs are very good, very hyped up. Some of them are good footage and stuff like that, but it's not really good to be on a vlog on its own. So that's what the case is today. So anyways, that's why I've got this, my little cue card, so I can explain what's going to be going on in the vlog today. Anyways, to start off with the... You didn't. Anyways, to start off, starting off with the prequel, that was a 1988 Chevy Silverado K2500 HD. So that was a pretty sweet pickup truck on an 8-inch lift, and I think it was like 44-inch tires, 43-inch tires, somewhere in that neighborhood. But what happened was this member, he guzzled it a little too much. I was on my mission at this time, so he hit the gas too hard and he cranks the wheel as hard as he could to the right. The truck went around like this and then down to the ditch. He's like, oh well. So he reaches down to the shifter, shifts it into 4 high, and then just drives through the ditch all the way home. So yeah, you gotta love Wyomingites. I love the state of Wyoming. I miss it there. So anyways, what we'll be talking about today is, so it starts off with the DOT inspection. So every day before a trucker starts out, he's supposed to do a DOT inspection, just like a little quick brake inspection. Goes through a series of tests to make sure the semi-truck won't run away from him or lock up on him on the road. And the reason why I'm going over this is because I'm going to Salt Lake Community College right now to get my diesel certificate. So anyways, I thought I'd just like include this so you guys could see a semi, see all the different gauges and see how they're so different from cars. But semi-trucks are very cool, like they're built real well, what they have to be. Just waiting here for my teacher, so I thought I'd take a couple minutes and show you around the shop and show you the semis. So now since I'm graduated from high school and back for my mission, I'm now in the diesel tech program, which is kind of what I want to do for a career. It's quite interesting though how these trucks work. We're missing a step, so that'll be fun coming in. Okay, you got air ride seats. Let's look at all the gauges it has on this thing. You got the air pressure gauge, brake pressure. That's interesting. Outside temp is very useful. You got your regular gauges over here, like your voltmeter, your water temp, your coolant temp, etc. Then you got your RPMs. That's crazy that this thing only goes to 3,000, but it makes sense. Such a big engine, so much torque. Then you got the speedometer. Let's see, how many miles does she have on her? Looks like she has at least 774,000 miles on it. That's nuts. But that's actually quite common for a semi-truck. They can just go and go forever. Yeah. Let's see. How many speeds is this thing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so there's a pull string here. And a pull string on the other side. Alrighty, so today I'm doing like a safety inspection on this truck. It's a 2011 Western Star. It's a nice truck though. This is just kind of for my course. These are the instructions. So I drained the reservoirs to 0 psi. There's tanks and they have like little pull strings and it drains the tanks. So I need to start the engine now and let it fast idle. And then the warning light should be on until 60. I don't know where the warning light is on this particular truck, but it should build up to 85 to 100 psi within 40 seconds. The governor should cut out around 125 to 135. So what we need to do now is the safety start. So you put the clutch in all the way, the brake in all the way, make sure it's in neutral, and you turn the key. All right. And then I can probably take this out first, then that out. Okay, reservoir pressure. Then I need to take it up to 1200 RPM. And then I can focus on this since it's a So we just hit 65, so now it's good, but we still need to build up to 120. And I'd say we hit governor cutout. We didn't hear the psh, but the compressor should stop generating air at this moment. Oh, there goes the, there's the sound we were looking for. Alright, so governor cutout was at 125. Now I need to see what governor cutting is. It has to be no less than 95, so it'll be 125 or 135, whatever the truck is, minus 30. So now I'm going to aim in. Okay. Needs to be around 95. The question is, how do you hear cutting? The question is, how do you hear the compressor kick in? Alright, so now we're doing the ABS chuff test. So these semi-trucks, they have like ABS modulators on each axle. Not each axle, but there's one in the front that helps the one axle in the front, and then there's one in the rear of the truck that helps the other one. No, there's actually two in the front, so right, left, and then there's going to be one in the back. Right, left again, so you hear that's what we should hear. And if we had a trailer on, we'd hear about 6. But the procedure for this one is, of course, make sure it's in neutral, so we're good there. And then we can release the trailer brakes and the trailer brake. Actually, it don't matter because we don't have a trailer on. Then we cut the engine. Then we, let's see, let me check the thing one more time. Turn the ignition to on. So anyways, now what I'm going to be talking to you now is about our 2000 Toyota Camry. So the story goes back, it was made in '99 and sold to this woman in Southern California. This Southern California ended up being my step-great-grandfather's sister. There's like a confusing word for you, we'll put it that way. But anyways, there was a point that she couldn't drive anymore, so she gave it to my great-grandfather for free way back in 2000. 2001, that was the year, 2001. So he drove it around, then he passed away eventually, and my great-grandmother, she got to the point that she couldn't drive, so she was like, hey, you guys can have this car, take it on home. The car had 95,000 miles on it. And let me tell you, this car's been through quite a lot. Like, for example, when my great-grandfather and my great-grandmother owned it, they come out of Safeway one time, and the hood is caved in, the bumper's smashed off, and the headlights are gone. What happened was a lifted truck wasn't watching what they were doing when they backed out and right over the poor car. And then fast forward to 2013, we'd had it for like a year and a half at that point. At this point, it had 124,000 miles on it. Had 124,000 miles, and My dad is driving down 56th West and like 56th West and New Bingham Highway here in West Jordan, and this guy had overloaded his trailer from a construction site. So the studs on the wheel breaks. Yes, I know you're here too. The studs on the wheel breaks and the wheel comes flying. If my dad hadn't swerved, so if my dad sees it coming straight as hood, he swerves that thing. The tire comes and smashes into the driver's rear door. Did quite a bit of damage to the car. So luckily that was 100% covered. The whole door panel had to be replaced. So that happened. And then 2 weeks after we get it back from the shop, my dad is driving my brother to swimming lessons. This time it's on the intersection of 48th West and 62nd South. He's going straight through the intersection, heading towards the Currents Rec Center, and this car turns left in front of my dad. My dad hits the brakes, swerves to the left, and my dad smashes into this Ford Expedition. Once again, this time it busted the headlight out completely, but we got it fixed. Once again, it keeps going. Fast forward to today. This car has about 229,000 miles on it. It's in much need of attention. And if you guys remember, this car was used to... If you guys remember, this car has been throughout Season 1. I just never really made it the main vehicle of the channel, but it really deserves to because it was there for me when the Buick was not running, which I never got that thing running or registered. If you guys are wondering what happened to that, you guys will see a future episode on that one. Anyways, the car has 228,000 miles on it, and this car has needed a lot of work this summer. So this summer I've had to replace the thermostat because it started overheating. We got rid of the 180 degree and went down to 170 degree, and the car's been running very good since then. And then, of course, we've gone through another set of tires, but the alignment was terrible. What's the thing? I think it was towed out. So anyways, the tire was like this, and it wore out all the rubber on the tire on the inside of the tire. So anyways, I was like, well, we need to get this aligned, we need to get new tires. This was last year when I got home from my mission. I was helping my dad with the car. She's like, no, we don't have that type of money right now. I was like, okay, whatever. So anyways, this year it's getting worse, and I was like, well, we need to replace the tires. And I was like, I think we should take it to get aligned. So I take it to get aligned, and they bring me out the sheet after they align it. They're like, this needs to be replaced, this room needs to be replaced. I'm looking at the thing, and I'm like, so I just look at the clerk, I was like, so basically you're saying the whole front end needs to be replaced. He's like, yeah, that's what we're saying. So, luckily many of the parts were warranted because we replaced some of the parts over and over again. But my dad worked on this vehicle for about a month, replacing all the suspension components, and then I'd help here and there. And this was like a record breaker at one point. We started working on the car at like 1 p.m. and it wasn't going very well. Roxy, you just didn't want to be around. She's okay. They love flying. But there she goes, off into the wild. Start working on this car at like 1 in the afternoon. I go to work at 10, come home at 2 a.m. and my dad still isn't done working on the car. This is like the most frustrating. I forgot what exactly went wrong with it, but it might have been a ball joint. So my dad and I fixed the car. We're so dang tired by the time we finished. It's like 4 a.m. We take it for a test drive where there's a huge thunk, 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 thunk. There goes the birds. Some dog ticked it off. There's a huge thunk, and then my dad and I get to looking at it, and then we realize that we forgot to torque the lugs down. A couple days later, something else happens. My dad, he was smart this time. He didn't park it in the garage, didn't leave it half out of the garage. He just parked it off to the side. But my dad backs the Durango out, and he forgot that he put the tire down by the Durango in the garage, so he runs over the tire, wonders what it is, and then he gets down to the bottom of the driveway, gets out of the car, and then he looks into the garage, looks out to the street and sees the tire, and he's just like, whatever, walks into the garage. I was hoping that the rebuilding the front suspension would help the gas mileage, but yeah, we'll just go to this. It clearly didn't. So I'm kind of scared to see how much it's going to cost to fill up this thing. I'm betting $70. What do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, let's just see and find out. Because this thing's like bone dry.
$67, honestly.
I'm gonna say 70. What color did you get me?
Blue.
That's my least favorite, but whatever.
What?
Yeah.
Oh!
It's alright. I didn't tell you which one in the
Give
first
me
place.
input.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't give you any input.
Everyone loved blue, so I'm like, oh, I think Taylor likes blue.
Uh-huh.
$80 to $70.
Alright, so this is, we're already getting pretty close to the mat to where the tank will be filled. Gosh, our country's gone to pot since the beginning of this year for reasons, well, a lot of us know why. But this is absolutely ridiculous. What are you Quit messing with your friends.
What's this? Wait, what is it? Oh, maybe.
That'll be fun. Oh! Look how close I was. 68.74.
I got it right though.
What'd you say?
I said 67.
Huh. But I'm closer. God, Hiram, don't do that. That's all right.
Merry Christmas.
So let's do the math here real quick. So it's going to be 402 miles. Divide that by, holy crap, 17 gallons. Oh, so we got only 23 miles a gallon.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's about the same, but goodness, what a disappointment. Oh, that one's worse. Yeah. Look, oh, there's a staple in it too.
Yeah, see right here? How it's kind of got a flat edge?
Then yeah.
That's where it's trying to correct itself. Eventually it would quit smelling like that and then it would get smoother, but yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I kind of noticed it was intermittent. Those tires are bad. All right, thank you, sir.
Not a problem.
So as you can see, they've taken the tires off. They're taking the tires off, and then now they're balancing one of the new ones. Well, that's good. Actually, they have all the tires off now. And they're balancing them because we got one person over there doing it, then the other person over here doing it. And then they have the first one on the first new one sitting by the Toyota. Okay, so just thought we'd take a quick look around. I was looking around. We noticed this Goodyear Wrangler tire. But here's the thing, there's different types of Wrangler tires. So this is the Wrangler SRA. This is the type of tread it has. It's more of just like a simple truck tire. Then over here is the type of tire we have on our truck. So this is the Goodyear Wrangler Dirt Track. So look at the mean tread on it. All right, so we're getting so I'm just starting out with these new tires and just kind of getting a feel. So these are the Pirelli 4 Seasons. So far, car does feel slightly different. It feels like it's a little higher. What do you think, Hi?
Yeah, it actually does.
Feels higher. Yeah, but just on the way down here, all the way down here to buy these tires, you could smell the tires burning up, and kind of suspected that being the tires, because this started happening after we got the alignment, and then when he talks to the guy, he's like, yeah, that seems to, when he talked to the mechanic. But yeah, I guess we'll test it out as we, oh yeah, can you feel the difference, Arm?
Yeah, I can. It kind of feels like it's more
It feels smoother.
Yeah.
Does it feel creamier? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it kind of feels smoother.
Yeah, it feels smoother and it feels like we're riding higher. It's amazing how like literally fractions of an inch can like help, because that's got to be like a 1/4 inch difference, but it feels so smooth now, like we're driving on a sponge. So yeah, Pirelli, these are Pirelli's 4 Seasons. We'll find out how they are as we go on. Excited to see how these tires do. All right, so we got our car at this top secret filming location that I found. Well, I didn't find it yesterday. I just came out here to check it out. Look how good these tires are. These are like way better compared to the old ones. But yeah, those are nice. Lots of tread. These are good. Yeah, now we're just gonna stop here and get a few pictures of the car. But look how pretty this view is. So yeah. What do you think, Connor? Do you think they're... Actually, let's see. Yeah, if we angle up, that's a good picture right there. Alrighty, so that's going to be it for this episode, but I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like. If you're stopping in, please subscribe. Take care and have a nice day.